It's no secret that the real post-game of modern Pokemon games consists of two very different things, shiny hunting and player versus player online Pokemon battles. Well, with the release of Pokemon Champions, I think we need to combine the two to see how fast I can make a full shiny team using one of the most powerful Mega Pokemon, Mega Floette. Let's get started. Starting off, I need to find a team I can base mine off of. I'm not the greatest at online battles, so when in doubt, I always look to find players like Wolfie or CybertronVGC for teams, and thankfully CybertronVGC recently uploaded a video of the team I'm going to use. I'm by no means an expert, so if you want to see a more detailed explanation of this team, I will link his video in the description. You should totally check it out after this video. Now that we have our team picked out, we're going to need two different games to achieve our goals. Obviously, since we're using Mega Floette, the only way to get this is to play through the entirety of Legends ZA, which I don't care to do again, so let's just use the Eternal Floette I already have. Next up, we can do the dumbest shiny hunting method I know of, sleeping. Or I mean, bench/teleporter resetting.
What do you mean by that?
For our second team member inside of the Lysander Cafe, you can use the teleporter to spawn in the Honedges in this room, fast travel to the entrance, and then with the turbo controller, you can just do some of the fastest Pokemon resets. Now, it would be just a waste of time if I was just going to sit here, so I did this for about 3 hours while I went to bed for the night. I know, shiny hunting in your sleep should be illegal, but it's not, so I'm going to do it. And when I came back, I found not just one shiny Honedge, but the second shiny Honedge, this shiny Duo Edge, sadly, no alphas, and I even found the shiny Noivern. Super easy. Next up, we need to find a shiny Fletchling. Thankfully, there's this really nice bench in Wild Area 1. Again, I set up the bench reset and went back to sleep. A couple hours later, I woke up and holy shiny noise. I was kind of overwhelmed finding one shiny Scatterbug, a second shiny Scatterbug right behind it, a shiny Fletchling, a shiny Bunnelby right next to another shiny Fletchling, a shiny Alpha Weedle that attacked me from around the corner, a third shiny Fletchling near the area entrance, and finally a shiny Bunnelby on the other side of the building. All these shinies just for sleeping? That's insane, but now we have everything we need, so one Duskstone later we can evolve Duedge into Aegislash, and a couple XP candy later we can evolve Fletchling into Fletchlander, and Fletchlander into our shiny Talonflame.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
That wraps up everything we need to catch in Legends ZA. Now on to Pokemon Scarlet, where I thought the shiny hunts would be so much easier, but boy was I wrong. But we're going to get to that. First up, we have our shiny Garchomp, or well, shiny Gibble. Outside of Area 0, we can make a Sparkle and Counter-powered Dragon Sandwich. After seeing how many Zweilous spawned, I probably should have made a Ground Sandwich instead, but at least it only took about 5 minutes before finding the shiny. I didn't want to waste the sandwich, so heading out of the cave, I ended up finding another one, because I am the greatest shiny hunter to ever live. Here's where my eyes started to hate me though. The Talonflame-eyed among you would have noticed that we need a shiny Mousehold on our team, and that shiny is non-existent. Well, here we go outside of the Elite Four building. I made a normal encounter in Sparkle Power 3 sandwich, and really the only way I can tell if this is shiny is using the auto battles. But for some reason, half of the time it acts like it's a shiny and won't battle when it's not shiny. This doesn't seem to be working because after an hour, I still am not finding the shiny.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
Off to Google, I read that maybe inverting the colors on your Switch might help spotting them, so let's try this. Not gonna lie, it is actually kind of cool playing like this. It's actually way easier to spot the different Tandemouses, but honestly, after 2 hours of doing this, I don't think it works.
2,000 years later.
Thankfully, after switching back and making another sandwich, I found the shiny after about 5 minutes. Something like 3 hours and 5 minutes total. Still pretty fast, I think, for Tandemouse. Our last shiny Pokemon we need is shiny Rotom, which thankfully is pretty easy to see. After making a Ghost Sparkle and a Counter Power 3 sandwich, I mean an electric sandwich, by the lighthouse, even during the day, basically only Rotom spawn. Now, the most fun part about shiny hunting, I think, is getting to the point where you gaslight yourself into not being able to tell the difference. I inverted the colors again because I was just curious to see if it would be easier, but then gained my confidence back, and I'm very glad I did because here's our shiny Rotom. Now that we have our team finished, we can evolve Gibble into Gabite, and Gabite into our shiny Garchomp. Ew. Then, using our Rotom catalog, we can change Rotom into our shiny Rotom Wash. And finally, evolve Tandemouse into our shiny Family of 4. Ugh. I guess that will be okay though, because I'm never hunting that one ever again. Alright, after moving everything to Pokemon Champions, it's actually really easy to change your team to match any team as long as you have the rental code. After setting your battle party, you can go into the training menu and select the rental code option. Here we just pay VP and it will copy all of the stats, moves, and natures over for the rental team. I could have made the VP cost lower by IV training, using nature mints, and changing moves in Scarlet and Violet and ZA, but at this point I have enough VP in Pokemon Champions that this was way easier. Alright, let's get into the battle and show off the team. To start off the battle, my opponent sends out Drampa and Heracross against my Maushold and Floette. I feel like this is going to end pretty badly for them. I Mega Evolve Floette so it can have its full power, and Maushold uses Follow Me to protect Floette. Floette then uses Calm Mind to increase its power and defense. I'm surprised I'm faster than the other team because this team is supposed to be kind of slow, but I guess we're faster. Maushold ends up taking some chip damage from Heracross, and the next turn, Floette is going to do what it does and uses Dazzling Gleam to get the double KO on our opponent. Next comes out their Gardevoir and Corviknight. Being a Steel type, Corviknight might be an issue, but I'm faster, so Maushold uses Super Fang to knock Corviknight down to 50% HP. Our opponent does some chip damage, but it isn't enough, and a third Dazzling Gleam gets another double knockout, and the battle's ours. Overall, this team is pretty awesome, and other than the annoying Maushold hunt, it actually was pretty easy to put together. If you enjoyed checking out this full shiny team, it would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe, and why not check out the first time I built a full shiny VGC team in Scarlet and Violet.